coming home, I'm coming home. Tell the world I'm coming.
Welcome back to Wilso Productions presents a new movie review for 2017. It's a film that I haven't really been anticipating, but a film that has caught my interest with just its trailers, and I just actually gave it a second thought, and I thought, you know what, I'm gonna take the opportunity and see it while it's out in September. The film, based from a Stephen King novel called It. Now, I haven't seen all of the original film because of just the lack of time. I've watched over half of it over the weekend just to get my idea of what the film's really about. And I guess, yeah, just to better understand the movie in general. It is a film directed by Andy Muschietti. Sorry if I pronounced that wrong. And it stars Bill Skarsgård as Pennywise the Clown. And, sorry, I have to use my notes. It also stars Jaden Lee Behera, Jeremy Taylor, Sophia Lillis, Finn Wolfhard, Wyatt Oleff, and Chosen Jacobs. Sorry, no, I thought that was the other way around. So the film, it is about Pennywise the Clown, and there's this entity about him, and this myth about that he feeds off of fear from children, taking them away. And yeah, and these kids go missing in this town of Maine, and it just happens to happen over 27 years. Each year every 27 years, it returns and starts to feed off of the next generation of children. So this generation of children are kind of melded together because they all have a connection. They're all a bit of an outcast in their own town. They all get bullied, and they all get picked on and just judged by the public in this town, and they all band together with a common interest. They all have seen Pennywise the Clown, and they all have these ideas of who this Pennywise is and how to get rid of him. I'll leave the film as that because me to explain the whole story to you guys would just be boring. How was the film? This film was pretty surprising to me. It was interesting. I've never been interested in a film where it's just a band of kids telling their story. Each individual kid has their own story and their own battles going through their life, and it is just very interesting to get involved in each of their stories. They all have different fears. They all have different battles to battle, and it's just interesting to capture in each of the kids. And and it's great to see them bond a friendship. There's a lot of good bonding moments in this movie, and it's a horror movie, so you wouldn't really necessarily think that, but it does happen. And for an R-rated film, I felt this film was a bit tame at that, because I thought there could have been way more blood and guts happening, but I guess not. This film has a bit of humor in it as well for a surprise. This film is a little bit funny, especially with one kid who tends to make a lot of jokes. And I'm assuming the kid does end up becoming a comedian because that just seems to be his shtick. But alright, let's talk about some of the positives, the negatives of the film. Let's go with positives first. Like I said, the character development is great. Pennywise the Clown is also a great addition. Bill Skarsgård just knows who this character needs to be, how he needs to be. He's not too over the top. He's scary. He's intimidating, and you know what? He just does perfectly. I thought that maybe he could have had a few more lines in the film because I just liked the way he spoke, and I was more interested to hear him speak more. But unfortunately, I just didn't get that from him. But that's okay, that's just my opinion. Like I said, the kids are entertaining, and each little individual scene with them is also very interesting. How they just form plans, how they hang out, and they just they don't want to take on this It because they're all a bit scared, but they all realize that they can't do it by them. None of them can do it by themselves. They all have to band together to do it. The sets are really good in this film. You just know that they're really good sets and they're really set up really well. Like there's this one particular haunted house that I was really intrigued by. It looked so goddamn real and so goddamn scary that I thought, that's like the houses you talk about when you're a kid. Say, hey man, you seen that house? Like, you know, I heard there was an old lady that died there and she haunts the house, like kind of thing. It just gave that creepy vibe. It was really awesome. The imagery of red. If you see a lot of red in this film, the director captures that beautifully with each shot. The red colors around Pennywise's balloons is just amazing, and it's just kind of creepy too. How some scenes there's like this floating balloon just floating around randomly down the corridor, and yeah, it creeps you out. But it's intriguing how beautifully colorful red it is. You know, really good camera work there from the cameraman and the camera team. The editing is really good, and each shot shows that. It was really hard to get like editing down point in a horror film, and this is just done really well, and you can enjoy it for that fact. So I enjoyed it for that fact too, guys. I really enjoyed the editing and how everything was all mashed together. It just seemed like a really nice, smooth cut film. Alright, some of the negatives, not much. Just I thought personally the film wasn't as scary, maybe because I'm a bit desensitized to horror films and that wasn't the scariest film I've ever seen. But I'm not saying it's not scary. It definitely has its moments where it does creep me out. It creeped me out when they went into the creepy house. It creeped me out when any music cutaway scene is just different. There's different scenes where it just like it shows you like a little bit of joy and happiness kind of musical score to a creepy score of like you know Pennywise is watching or Pennywise is lurking around and about to strike. And the other little thing I thought was maybe the kid who was using humor sometimes had jokes that I felt didn't land as well. I thought, but that was for a reason to make it a little bit awkward for him sometimes, that some of his jokes don't always land on point. So yeah, that's about it really. So I am going to give you an 8.5 out of 10. If you like Stephen King novels made into a film, this is the film for you guys. I enjoyed it personally. I haven't read the book, but I did enjoy this film. This film does have really good content in it, and it just has enjoyment in it. There is enjoyment to have in this film. It's a great story. It's a great bonding moment with the kids. You get to know their characters really well, and the kids acting are really good. They portray the characters really well. Thank you again for tuning into Wilso Productions and my review. I hope you enjoyed this review of It. If you do, hit a like on the video as always, and please, if you enjoy my content each week, and if you're a newcomer, if you'd like to see more of this stuff, subscribe for more as I produce videos weekly and more movie reviews each week. Stay tuned for more, guys, as I will be producing more videos each week. Let me know in the comment section below what you thought of the film, and I'll get back to you soon, guys. See you again. Bye.